There's a certain way people that make it think. There's a certain way they do things. There's a certain way they talk to people. There's a certain way they go about their duties. So building finance is not just all about you make the money. Yes, there must be a certain way you think, you do, and you work. So in terms of building your finances, you must think in a certain way. And those certain ways are like laws. They are principles. They are not about the environment. It works in every place, whether in Nigeria, whether in America, whether in Canada. You must do things and think in a certain way to be able to get to your financial prosperity. And now these certain ways are ways of life, because by the time you start thinking in a certain way, you begin to make it a way of life, because building your finances has to become a habit. Habits are things that you create that become so normal. It does just happen. It takes time, but you keep building it and you keep moving. So now, what do we mean by thinking in a certain way? In finance, when people are saying don't go, sometimes it's the best time to look at it again, especially when you have the generality of people thinking and talking in a certain way. Let me give you an example. If you play the stock market, and the day you see in the newspaper they said the stock market is so bullish and people are coming up every day, they are making money, that is the time for you to begin to think, should I begin to exit the market now, because it has become an all-comer market. I remember a story that was said by Warren Buffett. He said the day his stock pusher came to him and showed him a certain share of a certain company, that day he started selling off his shareholding in that company. So that is because when you see the masses go to a certain place, because they are masses, they do not think in that way that will make it last. Massive things short time, and once you go into an investment, or when you want to build your particular finance, if it becomes the finance for the masses, then it's time for you to have a rethink. Now, why do you have a rethink? It's because the masses do not have the knowledge. Knowledge is the key to any investment. So when you have masses coming to an investment, you have a lot of challenges. What are some of those challenges? They don't know when to be in and when to be out. As they came in massively, that's how they want to go in massively. And once they are going in massively, the price of that share or that investment is coming down. So when people are saying it is time, then think about it. But like I said, when the masses are going out, that is the time for you to begin to come in, because at that time you might be buying an asset or an investment at a premium, because the masses are scared. When you want to build your finances, especially when you have a financial goal, two things you must guard against: fear and greed. And that is the key to your financial independence. How do you handle your fear, and how do you guide against your greed? So basically, in finances, you must think a certain way, you must do things in a certain way, you must talk in a certain way, and you must move in the direction of things differently. So the day you hear that they say this investment is the investment in town, and you have been there before they begin to call it an investment in town, it's time for you to move out. But the day you hear that nobody is going into that investment with the knowledge, get me, you must have knowledge. You go in there. By the time they are coming in, you are giving it back to them. So what am I saying? You must think in a certain way, you must do things in a certain way for you to have financial independence.